Beware of these lone gunman situations, because that's almost telltale textbook false flag conspiracy situations. It goes back to Kennedy and Oswald. That's a false flag there too. There's a lot more people involved, and then it was just set up. Just like 9/11. Why were they waiting for some disaster to happen with their cameras rolling? Who tipped you? But anyway, the lone gunman is telltale that it's probably an MK Ultra Manchurian. Like they always portrayed in Hollywood that the Muslims blow themselves up, but really, I haven't seen any Muslims blow themselves up. I've seen the America blow up its own building and blame it on a group. See, sometimes you can demonize the lone gunman to get to a group, or sometimes you can go through a group of false flag identities to get to individuals. See, they're coming at you from above and below and in between with this shit. So, the lone gunman, look, you got the Batman shooter, lone gunman, obvious Manchurian. Father's a corporate person, and he had done DARPA research. This is really the people that are the dangerous ones. These are their MK Ultra hypnotized assassins. What they do is they either are programmed to assassinate, then turn themselves in, or they're meant to terminate, then terminate themselves. So you get rid of, either way, the whole Manchurian thing is about how do you make the perfect spy, the perfect snitch. It's someone who doesn't know that that's what they are. That's the perfect assassin, because if it's just, I've seen it done. You can hypnotize a person to do crazy things, and then they would have no memory or recollection of it because it was done without their knowledge of it, you know? I mean, this is a totally horrible, scary reality out here, because here's the thing about being hypnotized. You wouldn't know it if you were, dude. There's just, how do you defend against it? How do you deprogram if you've been Manchurianized? You know what I'm saying? I am so afraid one day, dude. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna show me the Queen of Hearts, and I'm gonna go into a trance, and then end up a zombie video. You know what I'm saying? Because of some hypnosis, mind control shit that, you know, I mean, sad to say it, but I mean, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's scary. And if it can happen to you, who else has it already happened to too? You know what I'm saying? You're not alone if you're a TI, dude. You know what I'm saying? I keep hearing stories about people that flip out and go crazy, but they say that the government was watching them, wires and cameras in the walls and microchips in their brain, shit like that, you know. And I don't think maybe they're not crazy. Maybe they went crazy from the MK Ultra broke down, the trauma-based mind control, and they just can't handle it. Not everyone has the mind the mind can only take so much stress and trauma and repetition, sleep deprivation, and just constant harassment and irritation will make people get so short and brief and quick to harsh reaction, you know, that they'll lose it, they'll lose touch, you know. And I've been subtly pushed, nudged by the damn you know, the people out here, the secret nigga, the Homeland Guard, the gang stalker EIOs, you know what I'm saying, and other, I just assume, you know what I'm saying, you know, they're listening, they're watching from somewhere, at all times. They got one of their people close, you know what I'm saying? But it's crazy. You gotta watch out for the lone gunmen, especially when they die, they don't get to give a testimony, or just look for, you know, shit's supposed to be, it's like when a kid's a witness in court, they can't be coerced, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like some people are, you know, they're coerced You know what I'm saying? Because they can't say anything because their mind, they're shut down. They're on stand down right now. You know what I'm saying? They're not activated. They're never going to get activated again. You know what I'm saying? It's basically give them a lot of lobotomy, lock them up forever. It's kind of like in Count of Monte Cristo, you know, when he gets to the prison and he goes, "Look, sir, I'm innocent." And the guy goes, "I know. That's why they sent you to me." You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is what's going on out here. You know, the system is certainly complacent with this experimenting on people and making Manchurians. So the lone gunman, or even a group, and to say you fictionalize a group of people like they did, all the people from 9/11 are alive still. You know what I'm saying? And over there in the Middle East, you know, just like Osama was Tim Osman, and you see him all cut up, looking like an American. He looks like a nice guy. It's crazy. But even the groups, you know, let me think. Well, as far as yeah, you know, the 2-man team, like the DC sniper, and that was Manchurian shit too. The dude was ex-military sniper under that heavy psychological breakdown process that they do in the military, and it's getting back in the day they had limits. You know what I'm saying, to how far they could unleash you. Now they don't give a fuck, dude. If you're channeling Lucifer and Satan and you can breathe fire, dude, you'll get hired in the military. You know what I'm saying? You'll probably rise in the ranks of, you know what I'm saying? Real quick. But it's crazy out here. It's like that. You know, there's the demonic component to it. You know, Russ Dizdar talks about this, about how the Nazis, not only were they working with the straight psychological hypnosis, suggestion, drugs, trauma, they were actually also speaking to entities. Like Crowley got channeled from the AWAS, and it looks like a gray, or a reptilian-ish gray. And the Vril is what they were contacting in the middle of the earth, the Nazis. So they were also trying to attach demons to people at the same time, as well as altered personalities. But demonized personalities is I would have to say that's accurate. It can be done to people already. I can just see from just living and experiencing things. And it's like, you don't know if, listen, I've been used as a conduit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize at the time that's what I was doing. But auto writing, and this stutter, not stuttering, but the mumbling spirit is what I'd call it. It's babbling, but I mean, it's freestyling. That's what they call it, freestyling, babbling. You know what I'm saying? And you can. I know through that, being a conduit or a channel or a medium, you know what I'm saying? It's like, there's that, you know, the whole empathic, thing. I mean, I can't go around people without absorbing some of their energy. I mean, I got this, it's like being like Rogue from X-Men, how she can absorb people's, life force, basically. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I got some of that going on. I can't. Being around people, I absorb some of their whatever they got going on in their energy field. It affects mine. But the lone gunman, I mean, the FBI has been known to set people up, like basically patsy them. That's when they say, "Hey man, hey, we need you to drive this truck to here," and you'll be like, "All right, yeah man." You'll drive the truck, and then you get pulled over. There'll be bombs in it, and they'll say, "Yeah, this guy was plotting to blow up a building," but hey, he wasn't. It was just they set his ass up so they could have someone to blame. And Timothy McVeigh, there's another MK Ultra guy, the Oklahoma bombing. It was like Arlington Road, basically, is a good description. And they tried to do it. I mean, they wanted to crash a Cuban plane into the World Trade Center. They get these certain landmarks just to blow them up. You know, they always keep a ragstag. They always keep a D-Day. D-Day wasn't a false flag, but what D-Day was deception. It was like they could have stopped it, but they needed a catalyst to get the people to support them. The people ain't as stupid. It's just we're detached from each other these days. So we don't really get to keep our finger on the pulse of the street and then people's mentalities as well, because we're so far from. I mean, and then we always got these computer screens in between us anyway, so we're really getting less human contact and more like artificial contact with the help of technology. And this is another way. I mean, now the enemy's using it, and they're making fake YouTube accounts, fake Facebook accounts. I mean, the guy that was the Joker that shot the cops in CC's and then got taken out in Walmart, false flag. They had his girlfriend in on the operation, though. I mean, it's Special Agent Ciancia, the Batman shooter James Holmes, Timothy McVeigh, the Unabomber. And now you want to demonize groups like David Koresh. You know what I'm saying? That's how they demonized a group. Or the terrorist, 9/11, the false flag, boogeyman terrorists, that they demonized a group through a group of individuals. But then they had one guy, the Osama, and his followers. You know what I'm saying? And then they do all this stuff, just to pass law, false law, corrupt law, law by force and deception and trickery. I mean, and that is not legal. That's illegal. It's just because no one in power will check themselves on what's legal and what's not. They just redefine things so that they make doing illegal legal and legal illegal. Basically, like they say, what is it, man? Honor and truth and justice is a vice if you are in a position of rulership. Yeah, they're pure reptilian, but they gotta pretend to us to be mammalian. You know what I'm saying? They masquerade as regular people, but really they're totally dead, man. They're reptilian, like a snake. Like a snake sits real still, and then you get too close, then it's pah. It's subtle. But a lot of them are under heavy suggestion, hypnosis, Manchurianizations, and we're all under Manchurianization through media, news, fear mongering, through the police on the streets terrorizing us, through the threat of terrorism, whether this is a real threat or it's just illusionary. It's rumor, it's gossip, it's made up, it's a boogeyman, it's Kaiser Soze, and it doesn't matter, man. It's not. It's like the response it invokes from people. Their emotional trigger gets hit. You know what I'm saying? Because it bypasses logical. Because it's so emotional, it overpowers, and then you make a stupid decision because it's all out of whack because you were deceived. You were intentionally set up for failure, and to get all pumped up for a downfall. So watch out for lone gunmen and even groups of people that they're trying to demonize. Just make sure you go find out for yourself. Just don't take no one's word for anything out here.